Hey, Namade. Sorry, just getting stuff ready. I had to update my streaming software because if I didn't, it would get mad at me, and I don't want shit to be mad at me. That's bad for business, as many would say. As many would say. Hey, how is it going, chat? How are you guys doing? What's going on? Have you murdered somebody yet? I hope not. It's not good for you. I convinced my papa to watch some of your stuff, and he bought that 210 USD Nids versus Ultramarines box. Nice. Bad financial decisions for everyone. Hey, Aramis. Just getting my live ready here as well, because this has been pretty successful getting people from there on the phone to here on the YouTube. Oh, but skulls for the skull throw. Hey! No one said you couldn't convert models. Hi, I have the water.
It's okay,
I love you. Go live. I did murder my wallet today. That's terrible. Playing Starfield and watching ADRIC. Oh, okay. I see. Starfield has more of your attention than I do. It's fine. I understand. I'm a very boring individual, a very boring lad. I get it. Did that Saturday in the makeship. So, did you guys hear the news? It just dropped fucking today. Dragon Ball Z Fighters is getting netcode rollback. They announced it at the beginning of 2023, and now we're getting it this Thursday. So, good job, Bandai. Good job. Appreciate you, Appreciate you, kid.
There wasn't enough water to fill it up all the way.
That's good enough.
Okay.
Oh dear, that's expensive. Oh yeah, no, Reavers are fucking expensive, bud. They will put a dent in your wallet. Oh my god. No. They are expensive little fuckers. A lot of them. Also, I have started editing the Gene Stealer Cults video, so that should be fun. Boss, you're not boring. I just accidentally gave a Fae my attention when they asked for it, so now I gotta do many things at once. I see you did the wrong thing. You chose the backstory with the Fae in it. You poor bastard. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's going on in the world of tomorrow? What's happening everywhere? Kind of a thing. The fun shit, the good shit. As I stare at the Warhammer page of Games Workshop, and I fucking hate this entire fucking store layout. This store layout's garbage, dude. This store layout's fucking trash. Hold on. I'm gonna get this out so people can see this on YouTube. You know what anime Anwaza would live in? Evangelion. Cool. Here you go, chat. Look how this fucking store is laid out. Big ass banner. What the fuck is this? It's not clickable anywhere. Shop, start here. Okay, how about I just scroll down? New and exclusives. This is what should be up there. Here. Oh, look at the stuff that's selling hot right now. Look at the hot sales right now. Combat Patrol Necrons, Combat Patrol Adaptus Mechanicus, Amotech the Stormlord, Sindonian Skartros. Oh, fucking! I can't even drag this. Can't even drag this. it has to just, you gotta click the button that's all the way up here. And then you go down here and it's like, oh, shop by Allegiance. Why is this all the way down here? Why is this store so contrived? Bring back the old one, damn it. Son of a bitch. Xenos. Oh, cool. Orcs are at the top here. Orcs are at the top here, even though the new thing is Necrons. This store layout is not well thought out at all, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it's a bad layout. Period. Also, Space Marines, why? You got like fucking go like Space Marines get their own category because of course poster boys, but like there's 5 chapters that are just black and white color scheme. Regular Space Marines, what do we got? We got the Chaplain with his pimp stick. Cool. We got Black Templars right after that. We got Death Watch right after that. We got fucking Iron Hands over here. Raven Guard over here. What is with Space Marines with the black and white color scheme? What is with Space Marines with the black and white color scheme? White Scars get a pass because their color scheme is white and red. But fuck me, dude. This is stupid. Speaking of, how are Genestealer cults looking for price-wise? What's on the agenda tonight? We're just going to talk. We're just going to hang out. I just want to chill with my chat. I want to tell my TikTokers to go over to YouTube and subscribe there, please, if you haven't already. And to my people over here on YouTube, I just want to show you what the fuck we're looking at here as I talk. If you want to see what we're talking about, please jump over to YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, fucking... So, I've been... As I said, I am currently working on editing the Genestealer Cults video. Honestly, their army looks good. Their army looks pretty good and pretty fun for those that like dicking with their friends. Like, for like this army here, Genestealer Cults is just an army where they will happily have fun fucking with you. And I appreciate that kind of design when it goes into an army. It's not bad, though. The 50% poison and venom resistance comes in handy, especially since my uncle got it. Okay. Sup, dude? We need a Yang Chen movie. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, like, I do not like the store layout at all. It's just not good or well thought out. There's so much blank space here. Move these two under Chaos Knight and Chaos Space Marines. Fuck. It's just, why? Why is it laid out like this? This is so bad. Oh, Muta Vortex Beast online only, temporarily out of stock. I.e., you're never seeing it again. The ultimate curse of Warhammer 40k. Temporarily out of stock, you're never seeing it again until another update. You're never seeing it again. Yo, Horus Heresy, what you got? What you got? By the way, I just want to point out something about this artwork. This guy is not even looking down and he's firing his gun. Like, that bugs me a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not here to just complain. I'm just in a state right now. Because, like, I want some of these, but I can't get them. Because, fuck me, that's expensive. Chat, you want to know how much... Okay, YouTube, don't tell TikTok. TikTok, I want you to guess how much a squad of Legion Cataphracti Terminators are price-wise. Good for you, Anarchy. YouTube, don't spoil it for them. YouTube, don't spoil it for them. Don't spoil it for them. Don't go over to YouTube and cheat. You gotta guess before you can go over there. That's right. I'm magically holding you here. You get to go over to YouTube when you guess the number. Don't cheat. Don't cheat and tell them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't tell them the number. Legion Fellblade. Oh, why the fuck is that so expensive? Why are arms so expensive? Ah, why are heads so expensive? If I want head, I'll go buy Cat Termines. I'm gonna guess 38 pounds. $110 Canadian. It's great, right? It just makes you want to scream and lose your fucking mind. L baby carrier. Legion Medusa. So dumb. So fucking dumb. Yeah, no, fucking Horus Heresy is expensive, dude. It's actually why I really appreciate that, like, they released those bundle boxes. I actually really do appreciate that. Because, like, holy fuck, dude. Like, Legion, Fulgrim Transfigured, or, like, Ascended Fulgrim, is $335 for a Finecast model. God, no, I'm not paying that. Because, like, Finecast is already a bitch and a half to work with. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Period. I wish they had the show all function, but they don't. Been thinking of making a game store recently because the closest ones are over 50 miles from me and people are having to go over to the other people's houses for games. Honestly, if you can start your own game store, do so. Just make sure that, like, you deal with, like, the more worse elements of, like, gaming communities, like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, 40K, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure, like, you make it very clear. Just post a rainbow flag on your store and you should be fine. Unless they start throwing bricks through it, because that's all those fucking animals can think to do. Yeah, where the fuck is, like, that box of, like, Mark III Marines? What the fuck? Where are my Mark IIIs? Where is the beautiful Mark IIIs? You sons of bitches, where are they? I want my fucking Mark III Space Marine armor. Where is it? Where is it? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Okay. Fucking hate that Cataphracti Imperial Fist Tartaros Praetor looks so fucking cool. Okay, moving on. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Wait, why is the Mark III Tactical Squad cheaper than the Mark IV? What is happening here? Why is one $10 cheaper than the other one? What is happening here? What is going on? Explain. Explain yourself. Why is one cheaper than the other? They're the same fucking pose. You aren't getting Mark IIIs. Listen. I have... Y'all know I'm a big fat socialist, right? I promised this boy, I promised this man, this lad, this person who I consider a good friend. I consider this man a good friend. I promised that I would make him a squad in my Horus Heresy Legion. And he is going to be a heavy weapons squadron with heavy bolters. And I want Mark IIIs for that. So, like, if Mark IIIs are cheaper, I'm gonna get me some Mark fucking IIIs. Is it in the Trader Forces? Is that why you're hiding it from me? Is that why you're hiding it? Is that giant starter box and... You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I will slap your dick. It is. It is in the Sons of Horus side. Son of a bitch. How dare you? Oh, I meant Fulgrim, my bad. The Mark III box is at the top. Yeah, no, like, honestly, these boxes are pretty good fucking deals for what you get. Like, honestly, you can build a whole Horus Heresy Legion with these boxes. Like, 2 of the Age of Darkness boxes, you're set. That's 2 Cataphracti Terminator squads. That's 8 tactical squads, 2 Dreadnoughts, and 2 Spartans. Like, you are more than set for most games of Horus Heresy at that point. You'll just be a little bit more limited on them, what you can do, because the Age of Darkness box only comes with Bolter Marines. Which means that, like, you'll be heavily relying on your Spartan and your Dreadnought to be anti-tank. This is the first time I've seen your live, so you want to see more of me, go to YouTube. I didn't know BFS was into Warhammer. That's awesome. He's not into it as much as I am. But I basically, like, when I make my squads, when I make my units for my armies, I like to have, like, my friends be those units, or, like, the leaders in those units. Because it makes them, it helps me plan a lot more when I'm doing a game. Because then I'm not being stupid. Are there any headless Space Marines? I got some models and messed up, so now one doesn't have a head. There should be some extra heads from the sprues, but if you want to run a headless Marine, you can if you want. Like a year ago. Found you there first. Nice. Scorpio, maybe, at I think, Durg? Yeah, Big Fat Socialist is a great guy. I love him. Great lad. Haven't talked to him in a bit. He's been pretty busy. I'd love to have him on for, like, a game night or something. But yeah, like, oh my god, these Mark III Marines look so good. I love Mark III. Mark II and Mark III Power Armor are, like, my favorite, like, versions of Space Marine Power Armor. And, like, they actually do set the standard of what I like. I just don't like the fucking head spike. I would cut off the head spike and file it down. Don't like that stupid-ass spike. But yeah, my main problem, though, with this, with the set of Mark IIIs that they released, they're just the same poses as the Mark IVs. The mold is different. The poses are not. Like, I can actually, I can get a side comparison here. If I can get a side comparison here, I'll show you. Shop. Horus Heresy. Loyalists. Ultramarines. So, you get the Mark IVs over here. Mark IV poses. Got this guy right here. Got this guy right here. Same pose. These guys are the same fucking pose, and it hurts. What the hell is going thud, 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 thud? Is it cursed PC shenanigans? That's me. That's just me moving. I'm cursed. Yeah, like, it kind of sucks that, like, they share the same fucking pose, but it's whatever. But I still just, oh, I love Mark III. It's so good! It's fucking, I love armor. I love big suits of armor. I am an armor bitch, okay? You show me a good set of bulky armor with this kind of design, I'm all over it. I'm down. I am down to fuck with that armor. No Mark III for you. All the Mark III for me. I am the master of the Mark III. Aw, boss won't send his friends into obvious traps on the battlefield. Would you? I play D&D, and I never send my friends into traps. Oh, Decarion Lanius. That's a new guy. Never heard of him. Yeah, after I'm done with like the 40K videos, I was planning to do like a quick fun video on the different legions in the Horus Heresy and how they play, cuz like Horus Heresy uh externally is 40K, but internally plays like old Warhammer. And I like that a lot. It gives a lot of people that are like, I don't like the new stuff, I preferred the old stuff. It gives them an area to play in, and it gives 40K players like two different types of games that they can try. And I'm going to say this right now, Horus Heresy is infinitely more complicated than 40K ever will be. And there's very good reason for that. As the Barbarian, I'm usually the one taking the damage from stuff. Fair. But yeah, like, in Horus Heresy, we have, instead of stratagems, we have reactions. Instead of toughness for our vehicles, we have faces. So, like, there's front, side, rear. And vehicles have, like, armor values instead of, like, toughness values. So, like, your front armor will be, for, like, a Predator tank, your front armor will be 13, your side will be 11, and your rear will be 10. So, like, when I'm, like, trying to either punch through your tank or shoot through it, you take your weapon's strength if you hit, and then you roll a d6. If you roll under the armor value, you don't do anything to the tank. You roll equal to the armor value, you glance the tank, so it takes a point of damage, but it isn't like, nothing else happens. You pen the armor, then it goes into, like, a damage table with, like, okay, so there's, like, crew shaken, where, like, the crew gets, like, shooken up, and they can only fire snapshots with their tanks, so that means they can only have 6s. Or it's, like, crew stunned, where the crew can't do fuck all. They're just, like, the entire time for an entire turn. Or, their weapon destroyed, so one of their guns gets blown off. Or they're immobilized, so the vehicle can't move for the rest of the game, period. Or outright destroyed. Like, the tank just gets fucking blown, like, the tank just, like, stops and is dead. Or if, like, you have a weapon that's, like, anti-armor, it has the potential to, like, make it explode. So it's really fun. Gotta be honest, that sounds slower, but much better. Horus Heresy is a much slower game than 40K, and that's because of both its size, the rules, and what's really going on. So, like, to compare, 40K is, you are playing out an active firefight. So, like, your platoon or, like, battle force versus the enemy platoon or battle force. You are a smaller cog in a larger battle. Horus Heresy is very much, no, this is the big battle. This is, like, your forces going up against the enemy forces, and you are two generals commanding your legions or whatever forces you've brought to fight each other. And it is very much like legion on legion warfare. And I very much appreciate that. And they actually do make all the legions extremely different from one another. So it isn't just Marine on... It doesn't feel like it's just Marine on Marine warfare. No, it's Emperor's Children against fucking Ultramarines, or Blood Angels versus Death Guard. And yeah, like, we all use the same units, but each faction has, like, their own special units that give them their own, like, unique identity along with their own unique rules. So, like, World Eaters. World Eaters fucking hate anything that's ranged. They prefer units that are up close and personal. Their rule set is very much based around that. They get more attacks by just being in close combat, period. Ultramarines, we like to work together. We like to work together to bring targets down. So, like, my Ultramarines, if one squad picks out a target, all my other squads get to reroll hit rolls against that target. It's very interesting to see how each individual legion will play, and if you don't want to play legions, you don't have to. There's the Imperial Army, which is like, hey, this is how the Imperial Guard was back in the day. Or Mechanicus, which is, hey, this is the Mechanicus back in the day. Or you could play Custodes. Fun fact, you can use your Custodes army from 40k in Horus Heresy. And by the way, your army is even scarier here than it is in 40k. Iron Warriors don't get enough what the fuck are you talking about? Hold on, I'm looking up Horus Heresy Iron Warriors rules. You guys got one of the best Primarchs and one of the most scariest units in the game. I don't want to hear nothing about you not getting love. Because holy shit, your units are terrifying. Okay, what are your rules for... Legion Special Rule. The Legion Special Rule, the 4th Legion, Rack and Ruin, is a very simple +1 strength and to attacks targeting dreadnoughts, automata, vehicles, or buildings. So yeah, Iron Warriors, they want to be killing vehicles, they want to be killing armor, which is perfectly fine for them. They look at any vehicle that the other legions are bringing and go, that! I want that fucking dead! Which means they get over the flare shield problem that a lot of Spartans are taking. They get over a lot of the dreadnought problems that we're struggling with. And they hit harder. They hit harder if you're anti-armor. If you're an armor group. Which, if you're fighting Iron Warriors, don't bring tanks. Tanks will eat you. They will eat your tanks alive, and then the Terminators will sweep you. Was Perturabo's descent into demonhood controversial? No. Here's the thing: we never got the story of the Iron Cage. The Iron Cage is a fucking blurb of text. That is all the Iron Cage incident is. It is a blurb of text where Imperial Fists show up, get their asses fucking handed to them by the Iron Warriors, and then Perturabo just descends. That's the story. I'm sorry, Imperial Fist players. I'm sorry, Imperial Fist fans. Like, what else do you want me to say? The Iron Cage meant more to fucking the Iron Warriors than it did to the Imperial Fists. And even then, both of you didn't really get much out of it. I'm sorry if that sounds like really demeaning, but it is. Did he want to ascend? I think yes, he did at that point because Fulgrim fucked him over. Like, Fulgrim stole like half his strength, and even in the books, you can, like, when you read it, he is struggling to do what, like, he needs to do. Like, he actually, like, he said, if Fulgrim didn't fuck me over, I could have easily handled Angron. But no, I need to build, like, this special war suit to go deal with him. So yeah, no, he wasn't very happy about it. Fuck you, Fulgrim. Oh my. He didn't hate demons. Okay, you're getting Mortarion mixed up with Perturabo. Perturabo didn't hate demons. He saw them as a useful tool. Like, okay. Y'all need to understand what the fuck is going on. Perturabo does not hate demons. He just doesn't see them as, like, these all-powerful beings. He just is like, they're useful flesh bags. Cool, they can carve a marine in armor up by just swinging a sword. I can do that too. It's not impressive to him. But yeah, no, like Iron Warriors, they get like the special automata unit. They're really, really good. Fucking Sons of Horus get like the best Terminators in the game with the Justarian. It's good shit. Chair Space Marines. I was actually, when I was starting Horus Heresy, I actually struggled with what Legion I wanted to go with. I was torn between Thousand Suns and Ultramarines. And it came down to, do I want to relearn the psychic table for fucking, do I want to relearn psychic powers for Horus Heresy, or do I just want to play and paint my army blue again? And I just painted my army blue again. Do you play Warhammer? Yes, I do. Granted, though, the only way for me to get one of my units for Ultramarines is just to buy the Iron Warriors Tyrant Siege Terminators, because I did it, but better. Yeah, no, it's not complicated to find out how each Primarch feels about Chaos. Fulgrim, balls deep in it. Fulgrim is balls deep in it. Magnus is accepting of it. Angron just wants to die, but he's not allowed to anymore. So it's an endless curse of Mortarion fucking hates his life. He hates being a demon. He wants to die, but he can't. He wants to just stop being a demon entirely. He's a psyker, and he hates it. He hates psykers so much, and he hates himself. It's beautifully fucking ironic. Horus was, from how it reads now in the books, like the finale, Horus is very much like, he doesn't remember anything. He is very much like lost in his own head, and it is very depressing. This man is just like, no, like, it was just over there, right? And then his men have to go, no, sir, Davin, we're not at Davin. We're at Earth. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go talk to Euphrates Keeler. Sir, she's dead. When? That's Horus now. But he was balls deep in it too. Then there was Lorgar, balls deep. Conrad could give 0 fucks. Conrad could give 0 fucks about Chaos. He was very much in it for himself. Then there was Perturabo, as I said, useful tools, what the fuck ever. Alfarius, very much opportunistic, i.e., they're there if they're there. Do you have your own Titan Legion? No, I do not. What was the story where the firstborn kill a Primaris to hide something only shit? That doesn't narrow it down! Oh dear, Horus was not okay. No, Horus was never okay. Horus is very much not okay. Alpha Legion needs to get a new joke. I'm gonna say it. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Alpha Legion needs a new joke. You're gonna keep saying it to the end of time. But yeah, I feel like I'm missing a Primarch, but at the same time, I don't think I'm missing a Primarch. And then the Loyalists are just like, Loyalists. They did release Demons of the Ruin Storm, so, like, that helps. Do the Primaris Marines not respect the Firstborn, or do they idolize him? It varies from chapter to chapter. In the Ultramarines, for example, the Primaris Marines are seen as brothers. They are seen as no different from the Firstborn. They are treated just the same and equally. And they are very much like, we're very happy to have you. With the Space Wolves, very much like, brother! More for the fucking sagas! Very much like, I love you, brother. Welcome back to the home, my guy. Dark Angels treated them very distantly. They were very much like, yeah, you stay over there. I don't trust you. Very much how they treat their Tech Marines. It's why It's why Dark Angels don't have a Master of the Forge, like other chapters do. Raven Guard, very much just like, are you sad? Yeah, I wrote this really sad piece of poetry. Cool. Salamander's just extremely happy that like they're not gonna die out. Blood Angels actually were the most worried. They were the most worried out of all of them because of the Black Rage and the Red Thirst. And their fears were proven correct. They don't hate them, but it's more of just like, it depends on which chapter you go to. Not the Kool-Aid! Do you think they'll release an Orc book for Horus Heresy and make it some kind of Olinor module? I have said this. I would love Xenos in the Horus Heresy. I would like Orcs. I would like Eldar. The problem becomes, how do you fit them in? I would have Black Book Xenos, and there would be like Eldar and Orcs. Just those two. Which, I know that isn't a lot of options. I know it's not a lot of options. But they're the two main ones that we can have. And they do pop up from time to time in the Horus Heresy. And Orcs, just make them their 7th edition counterparts. Just scrap vehicles, all that kind of stuff. Warlords instead of war bosses. That kind of thing. Then Eldar, the only named character they should have is Eldrad Ulthran. And the reason being is because the Eldar haven't had that long of a time at that point to be the wandering nomads of 40k, kind of a thing. And, like, a lot of their units should be more, like, very much, like, their civilians aren't trained enough yet to be, like, this formidable force they are in 40k. They should very much play, like, very faster, harder-hitting Imperial army with psychic powers, but be even more fragile. I think that would be great for them. It would add a little bit more variety to Horus Heresy, and it would help balance out the power armor problem. What's a sub-faction of Xenos that you wish would become its own faction? Oh, fuck. There's so many. Oh, God. I would say the Hrud, but the Hrud are a little bit overpowered. Honestly, I would like a new Xenos race in 40k that's not, like, just space dwarves. I would like that. Like, an actual, like, alien race. Like, they feel alien, but they're also, like, home to the soul, like, to our galaxy. I would like that a lot. And, like, don't make them bipeds, kind of a thing. I would love to see, like, a quadruped race or something like that. I would love that. Dude, I love your shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I was there. We were talking about which anime universe. Fuck you guys. Do you think the Orcs have power if all the warbands unite under Gaz to siege Terra? It is stated in multiple books that if the Orcs united as one whole group, i.e., fuck the clan system, fuck everything, we're under one person, or were under like a single tribe, they would conquer the galaxy. It is not up for argument. It is not up for debate. The books themselves and the writers themselves had said this. The problem becomes it'll never happen because the orcs would find that boring. Because an end to fighting is boring as shit. Orcs love to fight. They love to fight different people. They love to fight varied groups. And if they can't do that, what's the point in doing anything? And yeah, it's the reason why the orcs have never conquered like the entire galaxy. They are the most successful race while also being the one that can win. No one can stop them. Elcor and Warhammer? Yes. Do you think the orcs altogether would be a match for Tyranid? Yes, we already had that. It's just that Ghazghkull showed up and ruined it. Because he's like, nah, this fight's boring, I'm going somewhere else. Fucking Warzone Octarius was what happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. It ends in a stalemate that spills over. And then we had the actual conclusion of that Warzone back in 9th edition called Warzone Octarius. And sadly, Tyranids won because of a few things. One, Ghazghkull showed up. He took like 30% of the orcs and then left. Then the Tyranids got wise to what was going on and started assassinating orc war bosses left and right. Hey, and if you know orcs, if the war boss is dead, run for the fucking hills. So yeah, like, Warzone Octarius. Do I think the Space Walls are better off without Leman Russ? No. Would they count as functional biomass? Yes. Very much so, the orcs have been eaten by Tyranids. And no, I am going to say this fucking now. And I need to correct this for a few of you, because a few people asked me, how have the Tyranids not developed their own Wa field? That's not how the Tyranids work. The Tyranids absorb your biomass. They do not absorb what makes you you. Just because they absorb humans doesn't mean you're going to be seeing humanoid Tyranids. They adapt to the situation using biomass. I.e., if they're up against an army with a lot of anti-infantry weapons, they're going to adapt their strategy, and the next generation of Tyranids that come out are going to be bigger, meaner bugs with thicker armor, because those smaller bugs are not working. Okay, that is how they adapt, that is how they evolve. Oh, they gain the memories and intelligence of those that they eat, but they do not gain their individual genetic quirks. Has a gene stealer ever infected a space marine? Yes! It is very possible. And it has happened. Look at the size of the Emperor. No, Tyranids versus Borg. Fuck off with the stop asking me versus questions. Stop asking me versus questions. I'm gonna throw the argument in the fucking bin. Do you think we will ever get the Primarchs in one place ever again? Wait for the bucks. Wait for the bucks. It's like how we're not going to become more like cows due to eating cheeseburgers. Exactly. They use the biomass to make more bugs. They don't take what makes you good and then improve themselves with it. No, they're already perfect. They're going to take your biomass and make more of it. Is the Tyrant Guard the Tyranid equivalent to the Space Marine? No, the Tyranid Warrior is. Tyranid Warriors are basically the equivalent to the Space Marine. Even though Tyranid Warriors regularly eat Space Marines for breakfast. Yeah, that's right. I said it. We've seen how well Gulliman can run an army, a war, and an empire. Do you think he could convince some of his brothers to do a secession and form their own empire? He already did. Imperium Secundus. I heard biomass and I came here as fast as I could. Would you rather be a guardsman during Tyranid invasion or an Orc-Wa? I'll happily take the Orc-Wa. I'd rather die laughing than die screaming. What would happen if Tyranids ate every form of biomass in the galaxy? Would they just starve? They'd move on to the next. Guys, we now know how the Tyranids found our galaxy. It was during the Horus Heresy. Basically, Ultramarines were using a special beacon during the Horus Heresy to try and guide Loyalist forces to them. So that way, like, they could, you know, set up a better defense against the traitors, because they had no idea what was going on. Night Lords showed up to that beacon. The Iron Warriors and Imperial Fists in charge of defending it were like, nope. There's no way we can defend this. It's fucking foobard at this point. Blow it up. And they blew it up, which then sent out a psychic signal, fucking galactic radii around, and the Tyranids found it and were like, "Ooh!" And then proceeded to drift in our direction. They Tokyo drifted. Deja vu. I have been to this place before. What is your opinion of... What is, in your opinion, the most overpowered Tyranid bioform? Fuck. That depends, honestly. Like, gameplay-wise, I don't know. Lore-wise, I'd say it's the Lictor. Because the Lictor is just, like, this bullshit bug that could, like, hide anywhere at once. Versus that we only have seen the Vanguard. The Tyranids, the true swarm, is yet to reach us. Yeah, no, like, guys, I need to remind you that the Tyranid threat in 40k, we're still seeing only, like, the front teeth of it. We're not seeing the full jaw. I.e., we've only seen the Vanguard. We have not seen the main force. And with the start of 10th edition, it's looking like the main force has arrived. Which is terrifying, because it's coming from the Galactic West. Not the Galactic East, not the North, not the South, not up, not down. It is coming from the West. Even though they are coming in every which direction. Which then seems to imply, did the Tyranids eat everything else and then come for us? Or is something else going on that we're missing here? If you could, would replace Roboot as the leader of 40k the Imperium, and who? No, I wouldn't. Because everyone else is a fucking idiot compared to him. Do you think we'll ever get a short story about Cesarek and some of his time in Andromeda? We actually already did. He has books out, you know. The Twice Dead King. No, it's not the Twice Dead King. What's the fuck is the... Silent King books. Word of the Silent King. The Twice Dead... Oh, it is the Twice Dead King. I was right. SpongeBob meme. That's not the word. That's its tongue. Yeah, no, that's the Tyranids in a nutshell. That's not the worm. That's its tongue. That's not the fucking Tyranids. That's their tongue. So basically, high fleet-sized scouts. Yes! Yes, actually. God. What's your favorite channel to watch battle reports? Dice Check, which is like Bricky's group. I started watching their stuff. I was always, though, a big fan of like mini wargaming for like a long, long time. I am a very simple man to please. It's the Ultramarines' fault. It's not the Ultramarines' fault. It's the Night Lord's fault, if anything. But at that point, how could they have known? At no point could they have known that blowing up a beacon would attract the Tyranids. They didn't know what the fuck it was. They had no fucking clue. Tyranids, like, fucking showed up in, like, M41. On fucking close to the end of it. And they're just like, how the fuck was anybody in, like, the Horus Heresy supposed to predict, yes, due to that beacon blowing up that we thought was inconsequential, would lead to the entirety of a massive organism coming to devour us? Who could have fucking predicted that? Even Gulliman's like, where the fuck did this come from? No, they do not. The Obliterator virus doesn't work that way, sadly enough. Like, the Tyranids aren't obsessed with their guns. They aren't around their guns 24/7. The guns are, like, fucking attached to them, and then they go to that digestion pool. It's not in... It's... Well, if Lorgar found Sarah Noga instead of the Chaos Gods, I don't fucking know. Probably worship that. The dinner bell is ringing, the table is set, and the Tyranids are coming. Oh, God. They are coming. They are hungry. They are coming. They are hungry. It's Horus's fault that the Tyranids are here. You want to go that far? Tau Empire lore, Tau Empire lore. I did like it when they were considered, like, the naive Empire. Like, they were, like, the New Bloods, that kind of thing. Like, very much, like, on the surface. Yeah! Like, unity through fucking, prosperity. The greater good, like, leading by example. And then, like, you pull back the layers and you see how actually evil and fucked up they are. And, like, that's what empires do, guys. On the outside, it's all, yeah! On the inside, it's, oh, fuck, that's awful. Remember, Farsight, war criminal, all because he had the balls to say, no. No. Remember, Farsight, hero of the Empire. Now a war criminal. Fuck you. Die in a hole, traitor. Because you had the balls to say, no. Could the humans survive the Nids as Necron slaves? You're funny if you think the Necrons take slaves. The Necrons already have slaves! It's called the Necron Warriors! Why do they need a bunch of flesh bags? Back when they made some sense. Is it true that the Blood Angels stared into the eyes of the hive mind and didn't go crazy? That wasn't the Blood Angels. That was... Fuck. Only 2 librarians have done it, to my knowledge. There's Librarian Tigerius of the Ultramarines. He did it. And then there's Librarian Jonah Orion of the Blood Ravens. He did it. I don't know if Mephiston did it. I wouldn't be surprised because he's Daddy's special fucking boy and I fucking hate him. I'm sorry, my hate for the Blood Angels has grown immensely since the video finished. What were we talking about? And second, what do you think about the theory that the hive mind is actually running from some other force? I like both ideas very much. I like the Fermi paradox with the Tyranids, i.e. there's a reason why no other race has reached out outside our galaxies because they're all dead. But I also like the idea that there's something even scarier than Tyranids out there. because it's still the same level of oh fuck, but it's not like bullshit oh fuck. I.e., there's something worse than a force of alien that can adapt to strategy. That is even more terrifying. Like, what are the Tyranids scared of that it made them come over here? Like, they saw the beacon over here and thought, that's a better place to go settle down. But, it doesn't hold water anymore because Cesaric came back, the Silent King. And the Silent King's like, no. The greatest threat to the galaxy and to the Necron Empire is the Tyranids. And there's no reason for him to lie about that. Like, there's literally no reason for him to lie. So, like, it is most likely that the Tyranids are just the Fermi Paradox. But, there's not much we can do about that. Someone suggested that the Tyranids are running from the Outsider at Catan. It could be, but at the same time, if that was the case, Cesaric wouldn't have said what he said. I.e., the Tyranids are the worst threat. The Silent King hate what happened to his people. He was responsible for it. He was the guy who, like, fucking Oberon. Not Oberon. Fucking what was his name? Was it Oberon? Fucking 40K. Yeah, it was Oberon. Oberon was No, it wasn't. Fuck, it's not Oberon. Who the hell is it? Oricon. Oh my god. Oricon the Diviner. Oricon the Diviner basically said to Cesaric, because he was Cesaric's right-hand man, don't do it. Don't take the deal. And Cesaric went, I'm taking the deal. So yes, he had to sit there and watch as his people were painfully turned into the metallic skeletons we see in 40K. And yes, he regrets it, he hates it, and he's been trying so desperately to find a way to turn everyone back. Because, as he put it, I will remove the curse and find a way to give us back our flesh and bone. But the problem becomes, he's been gone for like millions of years, and the Necron tier has grown to either not give a shit about their condition, or like, hey, I still get to think. I still get to do what I want. I found a hobby. So, fuck you. Like, Imhotep the Stormlord has basically said, no, Cesaric is fucking weak. The Silent King is weak. He is a bait. Cesaric has said, like, fucking... Imhotep has said about Cesaric, no, the Silent King is weak. He's a basic bitch. We should move on from him. He abandoned us. He's no king. He's a traitor to his people. Did you steal the stars and put them in your eyes? No. Yeah, no, like... Yalad is basically just like, fuck all of this. This is garbage. I mean, aren't Necrons like the theoretical hard counter to Tyranids? Ask the guy who knows nothing. Technically they are, but the Tyranids still absorb metal. So, like, they strip planets bare. Like, metal, everything. They absorb it. Anything they want, they just put in the digestive pool, and then they leave planets as lifeless husks. Are you caught up on the end of the death? I am not. No spoilers. Explains the katanas and bioguns. Just surface material. Nope, they've even eaten shit underground, too. There was nothing left. Now we're going to make a biomass profit off of them, though. But they technically count as biomass, but living metal, letting them use that weird stuff to ingest, steal their armor. No, because again, that's not how the Tyranid work. I started sealing everything not nailed down in triplicate. The Tyranids could be something like a universal great filter, i.e. they come to galaxies as a cosmic challenge, and if a race can beat them off, they move to a higher tier of civilization. I don't agree with that. Because that implies that there's a greater plan, where in 40k there is no plan. Everybody's just kind of fucked. Sorry. There is no such thing as a greater plan 40k. The plan is die. Dump the space bugs, try to avoid tomb worlds because they lose more biomass than it's worth. They don't really have a choice. Are there any sections of space in 40k that the Inquisition is forbidden travel to? Yes, the Halo Stars. We do not know what's beyond the Halo Stars. There's one chapter that patrols it. I don't remember their name. Death Spectres, I think? The Spectres are a successor of the Raven Guard. Station beyond the beyond. Vigil of the Great Rift. Son of a bitch. Who watches the Halo Stars? Which Space Marine chapter watches the Halo Stars? Ghoul Stars. Astronomicon. Marines Errant. Rogue Trader. Third World or Armageddon. But yeah, like the Halo Stars, we have no idea what's on the other side of it. Things come out of there, and they're usually pretty fucking terrifying. I.e., no one knows what the fuck happened or why. Fire Angels, Salamanders, Howling Griffin, Marine Air, no Marines with Scorpions. Star Phantoms! There we are! The Star Phantoms are the guys that watch over the Halo Stars. They just stare and watch and go, God damn it! I have all things Tyranids to spite because it just confuses me, honestly. I want to hang on Nurgle. He's silly. I mean, that's fair. Do what you want. But yeah, no, like Star Phantoms, they watch over the Halo Stars. We have no idea what the fuck is out there. Last time we saw anything that we saw come out of there was the Hrud. And the Hrud are a species that manipulates time just being around them. So, you want to deal with the Hrud? Be my guest. What's your favorite faction? Favorite faction in-game? Thousand Suns. I love playing Thousand Suns. They are my favorite army in 40k. Favorite faction of all time? Orcs. I love my trash boys. You can't make me hate them. Halo devices are so creepy. Aren't the Star Phantoms the guys that allow demonic possession just to exercise themselves? No, you're thinking of the Exorcists. Hey, stream, just started this tail end. Yeah, no, I was going to end it soon here. I was only going to stream for like a little bit tonight. By the way, please support me if you can. Donate to my Ko-fi. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, please subscribe to the Patreon. I would appreciate it. You get to see videos early, and as well, vote on the next army we talk about. You'd be helping me out a lot. What kind of threat would a planet full of gnolls present in 40K? It would be extremely uncomfortable to be around. Hello, I'm sorry we were going to end right away here. From a lore perspective, they are endless and always evolving. From a game perspective, if they win, then 40K stops existing. Yeah, guys, you got to realize that like a lot of these armies in 40K, like a lot of the things are like they're a galaxy-ending threat. The galaxy's never going to end because that means the game doesn't exist anymore. And GW's not going to do that. It's money. I just had to pay $1,000 tax, so as I said before, if you can't support me financially, I appreciate you just being here and watching. Please don't feel bad about it. Please and thank you. Okay, TikTok. I will talk to you guys later. Good night. Go to YouTube and subscribe. As for you guys, I appreciate you. I am working hard on the Gene Stealer Cult video. It is actually the shortest video, probably. We'll see. Anyway, I love you guys. I will talk to you all Wednesday. Good night, everybody.